on, you guys? Like, what you guys to another DC TV talk show with Big Dog back with a review for top every single time, bro. Young Justice, episode 19, Elderly Wisdom, and you kind of wonder like exactly where that title comes from, until you get to see like midway through the episode exactly where it comes from. But the episode pretty much starts off, Troya and not Aqualad. It's not Aqualad. I can't think of his name. What's his name? Is it Aqualad? I don't know. Either way it go. They both get attacked, and like, of course, the outsiders pull up to save the day, and you have the news guy who pretty much hates the league and the outsiders, anything guys do superheroes, he pretty much hates them. And you have him there with Lex Luthor. I'm over here thinking about the DJ. So you have all of them, and then Luthor calls in the league, and then they take down the villains. Either way it go, it was a planned hit, of course, orchestrated by Luthor to get the outsiders looking bad. Which he's like, it's crazy. Like, his attention has left the league and moved on to like the outsiders. Like, that's how low you're stooping, Lex. Like, that's, and like, we all know Lex is probably one of the top 5 smartest guys in all of DC. You know what I'm saying? So, and like, he had a pretty smart plan. He's like, hey, I can take out some of my competition with like Troy and from Atlanta. I can't think of it. It's so many characters, people. You can't blame me for forgetting people's names, man. Come on, God. But like, that whole sequence, and then you have Violet once again being careless and getting her throat slit, and she once again has to use a has to resurrect herself. It's like she's and like Megan gets on a case about it at the end of the episode. Like, well, you're honestly too careless. Like, just because you can regenerate and heal yourself and bring yourself back to life, you do things that just are ill-advised, and you put yourself in danger. And like, once you die, you have to wait. We have to wait for you to come back. So whoever you're saving, you're not really protecting them. You know what I'm saying? You just, it's a death for, you know what I'm saying? A death for a life for a life is nothing. Even though she can bring herself back, it's just like she's being irresponsible with her powers. And it's considering the fact that she knows every time she uses that, like, it makes her body deteriorate quicker. Like, why would you go in so carelessly? Like, you have powers on powers on powers. Like, you have to be more careful. And so either way it go, they end up saving the day, but Lex Luthor, not saying Luthor, he points out that, hey, the system works. Illegal was here right in time. You know, so we don't need the outsiders, these kids out here just running around doing the crazy thing. And like, the Flash has to take the credit for it, because like, the outsiders, they are a group, they technically like a real life vigilante group, but like, people just call them outsiders, but like, they're technically all vigilantes. They don't fall under anybody's jurisdiction. So once they handle their business, but they leave, of course. And now some of the parents I don't think this is right. I don't think we should be allowing our kids to be out there, because Wonder Girl, Kid Flash, and Eduardo, like his parents, like they having a whole conversation. Like, Static was able to leave, Blue Beetle was able to leave, Gar was able to leave, but the others had to stay. And like, yo, you guys are still under us. We're still your parents. We're still your guardians. Like, you can't just do what you want. And so we have that type of, and they have to convince them to like why this is necessary, why what they do is necessary, like why the world needs them, and like why, you know what I'm saying, they have to do the things that they do, you know what I'm saying, and like step on some people's toes, you know, for justice. Like, not just like they're out there just doing this for fun, for kicks, for the hell of it. They're doing it because they want to save people, and they don't have time to like wait for somebody to like, hey, we need this so we can like the fact that Lex Luthor. One more time, I swear to God, I'm stopping the damn video and I'm going off. But like he wants to have the Registration Act, which we've seen. We've seen in like all of comics to where like, hey, take off your mask, let people know who you are, so you're registered. So if you do something, you have to answer for your crimes. And I'm like, it's like the whole Civil War thing from Marvel, which hey, it works in either way. But they're like, yeah, it didn't work. And then Garrett, the first Flash, like they work in the 1950s, it won't work now. But this was after all this happened. After like they convinced their parents to like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it, and like they didn't have everybody on their side. So Lex Luthor's plan failed, but it didn't really fail until like after like the attack on the little girl with like the monkey robots, which was orchestrated by Batman. Diana sees like, hey man, this is not right. First of all, you up here, of course you're trying to make Lex Luthor look bad. Got that time. And that's helping the outsiders, and the outsiders don't even know. Like they think they was actually doing like a real mission. But it's like, nah, it was all orchestrated by Batman for like, it's like it seemed very manipulative. Like, and it was, but like if anybody knows Batman, it's like Batman gonna, you know what I'm saying, gonna do what he want to do. Like he might answer to the lead, but there's that we've seen plenty of times with Batman just like, oh, I'll leave. If y'all don't understand why I'm doing this, you can't see the bigger picture. Oh, I'll leave. I go do I got a big enough Bat family to take on the league. We all know, you know what I'm saying? The Bat family is probably the biggest family in all of comics, okay? So, like, he's not bothered. Robin's going to ride with him. All the Robins. Ready for him to get Jason Todd back, too, so we can get Red Hood ride with him. Can't wait for that. But, like, I enjoyed this because it seemed like everybody was playing their own little things. Lex trying to take down the outsiders trying to just continue to do what they do, and Batman's like observing both, but like helping the outsiders while simultaneously like making Lex Luthor look bad. And I liked it. Also, we got Violet telling Breon and Tara that like she was the reason their parents, Gabrielle was the one who got their parents killed. And like now they have some friction between that relationship, even more than before, because I guess she just needed something. She's like, okay, I told him that I kissed a girl. She don't want to tell him that she's dying, but she's like, this will get him. I guess I don't understand why I guess she just felt like, yeah, this is the right time. I don't know why, or either way it go. Tara seems to be losing it. I don't know if she's losing it because like she misses her family, or it has to be that because she just gets burned whenever she thinks about family, you know. So I enjoyed this episode, like really, really good. Not even necessarily because of the action and stuff. It's just all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Just all this stuff people are trying to do. It was like a chess game, you know. And I like that about this show more than I like that this episode more than like previous stuff where you have fights and you just have people saving the day. This one you have to really like pay attention to what people had going. But you guys let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you guys later.